Hey, welcome to Flight Test. I'm Josh, this is Josh.
Hi.
And today we're gonna be assessing some damage that somebody did to this here Tech 1 Angel.
How did this occur?
You know, I don't remember.
You know what?
It's all a little fuzzy to
Maybe
me.
we have some footage that will help jar our memories.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it was a proud moment. I'm proud of it. Really, I mean, we wouldn't have this episode if it wasn't for that. So, I mean, it's kind of like I produced this episode.
Yes.
So,
you had
I'm pretty proud
a
of
key
that.
role in this episode. And you know what?
Yeah.
You actually helped us too, because when we were reviewing this, they advertised this as an indestructible airplane.
Yeah, and, well,
It's not.
you can see.
But you know what? It was very durable because as hard as it hit, it didn't really get damaged that bad. But the nature of EPP foam is that it is very elastic, very flexible, and it usually can take quite a hit. So
It's for every people.
Well, what we're going to do, friends, today is we're going to go through, and a lot of everyone crashes. If you fly, you crash. It's just one of those things that go hand in hand. What we want to do is we want to show you, especially with this kind of a foam model airplane, different techniques you can use. And there's no perfect technique, but hopefully you can utilize some of these to fix your plane, get back up in the air quickly, and also not have any failures and stuff in the future.
So are you guys paying attention to us, or is this a little too distracting? Okay, because we told you that we can't do a review on this until we get 500 likes on Facebook. We're not talking about friendship. We don't want your friendship, we want your liking. So until we get 500 likes on Facebook, we're gonna have to remove this. Okay, and now that your attention is here,
On us.
we
And the
can
airplane.
begin again.
Okay, once again, EPP, very flexible, very soft material. Takes a hit pretty well, but you know what? Every plane crashes, every plane
Life
breaks.
happens.
Life happens, planes crash. It just goes hand in hand, yes. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna give you guys some tips and tricks to really quickly get you back up in the air and hopefully maybe crash it again.
Yeah, the sky's the limit, or the ground. All right, so what do we need to do first?
Well, Josh, it's very important whenever you go ahead and repair an airplane, any airplane, foam, balsa wood, whatever, that you go through it very strategically and very thoroughly and stuff, because obviously if you fix the airplane and you miss something, it's going to fail you in again, and that's really embarrassing. Don't want that. So I was trying to think out a simple checklist that I can give you and give you the viewers of how to go through and properly assess an airplane like this to fix it. And what I came up with is check your control surfaces, make sure all your hinges, your linkages, your servos are all in place and in order. Check for any rips and tears in the body, on anything throughout the airplane. Just put your hands over all of it. Look for any imperfections there. Okay. Check the angles of your tail feathers and your wing. Make sure if it's jarred or crooked, basically you have an issue with flying there, and you don't want to glue anything back together crooked. And also check your power system. Obviously, planes usually hit on the nose first, and if you hit on the nose and stuff, it's obviously jarred. You want to make sure you assess that because you don't want to give power to something that's loose. What's so funny?
Crap.
Crap.
Just check your crap. Check your control surfaces, rips and tears, angles, and power system. Crap. That's all you need to know. Just remember crap.
Check your crap and you can fix your airplane. Well, I'll tell you what, that's a good acronym. I like that. Let's go ahead and
let's check our crap.
Let's check our crap. Okay. Let's go ahead and first check our control system. This is probably one of the most important things. You don't want to just look at it. You want to feel it. You want to physically put your hand, especially on this thing. You want to go through the planes. You want to check your hinges and physically, like, see that right there? You check every individual hinge. Obviously, we had some damage here already before, but wiggle everything. Like, there's a control horn. Oh, see this? Okay, we need to fix that.
Okay.
All right? And one thing you can do real simple and stuff, take a piece of tape. If there's anything that you need to address, put a piece of tape on it.
That's it?
Okay? Simple like that. That's just that way you gotta address it, okay? Because you gotta move the tape,
it's
you gotta
there,
address it.
and I
Yes,
know.
exactly. Control surface. So we go through the control surfaces. That one's good. That one's good. Also, while you're looking at your control surfaces, you see these carbon fiber spars. Make sure they're not unglued.
Okay.
Make sure they're in there good. That's good. Usually the tails are always intact the most because they're the last to hit the ground. So we're good there.
Flying the plane backwards.
Yes. And also, let's go ahead and just check underneath here real quick. Servos, not knocked loose.
Okay.
Control linkages are still solid.
Servos are good.
Like I said, physically jerk these things around, make sure they're good. And obviously you can see there's our source of the damage right there, folks. There's that crack right there. So, what's next?
Next is R.
Rips and tears. Rips and tears. Well, I can tell you one thing, just using my eyeballs, there are a lot of rips and tears up here.
Yeah.
Check this out. We got the motor mount all goofed up and stuff. We got the bottom here. This is obviously where it hit. We got that. And then go ahead and then physically, go ahead. You can touch the plane. Don't pet it. Okay. Rips and tears and stuff. We're good there. Fuselage feels good. We already checked the control surface, so we're good there. So we basically have most of the
It's
nose
all up
issue.
here in the
all
nose.
up in the nose.
Yeah.
All right, what's the next thing we check?
Next is angles.
Angles, very good, very good. Let's go ahead and check our angles here. We'll bend these ailerons down a little bit so we can get this out of the way. Basically what you want to do is you want to make sure that your tail is very parallel to your wing here. Now this one's a little crooked and stuff, but I have a feeling it's more the EPP and not from something broken. Now if your wing or
It wasn't
tail...
my fault.
It wasn't your fault, exactly. If the wing was really skewed or something, then
That's
we
all I
want
need
to
to
start looking at where it's glued in and looking for any maybe broken bulkheads and stuff. And Josh, what's the last one?
Power systems.
You got it, brother. Power systems. We're gonna check the power plant, but also we want to check the power through the whole airplane. Make sure all the servos and everything works too. Very, very important to check. This is one thing I've been bitten in the butt many times before. Is not properly going through the power system with the motor and the servos and everything else, making sure everything's in line. Sometimes you can damage a servo. Sometimes you can hurt speed control or the motor. It's very important to check those things because you can fix the airplane
your
up.
crap.
And also, when you're checking the motor out and stuff, don't just push on the motor like this, because basically, that's not the way the motor pushes. The motor's going to be pulling on this plane. So you want to actually physically put the same stresses that the motor's going to put. And if you actually look down here, you'll see that if I push against this all day, it's going to feel nice and strong. But the second I pull, it actually is cracked there. So we need to address that. So try to put the plane under the same loads when you're assessing the damage that it would be going through the air and stuff. It'll save your bacon every time. Now let's go ahead and power this on. Let's go ahead and check our controls. This is actually very simple to do. You're going to need to do a visual inspection of things like speed controls and wires and stuff. So I'd recommend doing that. But if we go through here, you can see everything's very nice. And it wasn't an overly hard crash, so I'm not too concerned about that. And the motor doesn't jitter or anything, so I think our speed control is just fine. If your motor starts going and going all crazy,
Does like what? What does it do? They need to see that stuff, so.
okay, I'm sorry.
I know.
If your motor does that, then look at your speed control or your motor, because oftentimes there'll be a broken wire lead or something there. So thank you for that.
Sure.
Okay, so we got everything all assessed. What's the next thing we need to do?
That's the end of my crap.
Well, we've assessed it. We've checked our crap. Let's go ahead and fix it.
Oh, yeah, put it back together.
Yeah, let's put it back together.
Okay.
Folks, about 10 minutes of work and the plane's ready to fly again.
Yep, Miracle Man uses magic hands, fix it right up.
Actually,
Good job, buddy.
we just use crap.
Hey, crap. That's all you need to know.
Yes. Basically, guys, just to give you a quick overview of what I did here, we assessed the rips and tears by doubling up and making backing for things. I can actually show you that. Basically, you can take extra scrap EPP, which you most will definitely have laying around someplace. You can actually use that as a laminate for places that are cracked and really compromised structurally. Just lay it inside, it bends real easy, and that'll give you an extra glue surface to make it extra hard. Also, when it takes future hits, obviously those glue joints are going to need some extra special attention, so it doesn't hurt to double up some foam inside the structure to give it a little more rigidity.
Reinforce it.
Yep. We used a thin CA here to bond the foam next to the carbon fiber because it works. CA.
What does that mean?
Cyanoacrylate.
Cyanoacrylate.
Super glue.
We use super glue.
We use super glue to basically bond. It works really, really well with carbon fiber, so we use that to bond this broken piece here, and obviously you can see it's nice and strong now, so we're good there. The tape is a wonderful reminder, once again, for little details like that aren't really immediately visible to the eye. Just put a piece of tape on it. You have to address it sooner or later then. Basically went up to the power plant system too. Another major area was where it hit on the nose here. And as you can see, we can pull on this thing all day long. Basically, it was a nice clean break. So basically all we needed to do was just put some hot glue around the broken joint and then push it in and hold it real secure and stuff. And you don't want to take your time, or you don't want to hurry too much and release that glue joint before it's fully cured. So if you're using like E6000 or hot glue, make sure it's fully cured. If you're using something that takes a lot longer, go ahead and clamp it, and that way you know you have a good strong bond, because if you leave any slop there, that motor is going to pull loose eventually. And it's a nice strong bond now. Once again, we did the same at the bottom here. We went ahead and doubled up with some scrap Depron or EPP to make a nice rigid front nose here. So now whenever it gets hit again,
A little bit stronger.
a little bit stronger. Yes, yes. Other than that, we basically took fiberglass tape. These hinges, I didn't trust these hinges again, so I went ahead and just took some fiberglass tape. Fiberglass tape sticks really well to EPP, so basically it makes a nice strong hinge line. You don't have to worry about it failing in the future. So all in all, she's pretty much ready to maiden.
All right, looks good. Yep. Well, crap, that's all the time we have for today. So we want to thank Hobby King for sponsoring this
Absolutely.
episode. And thank you all for watching.
Yes.
See you next time.